And for more perspective on this, Country Director, Oxfam International, Tchona, joins me for more on this. Good to have you join us, Tchona. The theme for this year's World Environment Day is Time for Nature. Now, in the light of the global pandemic, how significant is this?
Thank you for having me. This is an excellent question, and I think it's very significant. Even before we come to the pandemic, you had to look at the recent events, the bushfires in Brazil, in the United States and in Australia, the locust infestation in East Africa, and now the global pandemic that is plaguing the world. This has left no one indifferent. And it has impacted and affected everything we do, from our food, our survival, including our mental health. So really and truly, it's really time for nature, and nature is really sending us a message and saying we have to do something. It is time for us to wake up. It's time for us to take notice of nature and care for it.
Right, so as a result of the lockdown in several countries across the world, the air quality levels in the world's major cities improved in March and April. So how do we ensure, what do we do to ensure that this environmental improvement is durable?
Well, we have to adapt. We have to adapt because we still have to go back to work, right? And we need to go back to the travels and move from places to places. But we have to fundamentally adapt. And some of the things that we can do, specifically, is how are we growing more trees? So those trees can actually trap the carbon dioxide and make the air cleaner for us. How can we do these things more? There are best practices, there are experiences here and there, and we need to intensify those actions so we can have more tree planted across Nigeria to help us live better.
You just talked about tree planting, and environmentalists advocate rewilding the earth as a solution to preserving and protecting the planet. So how is Oxfam International working towards aligning with this cause?
Well, so if you look at Oxfam International in Nigeria, over the past few years, 3 to 4, 5 years, we've been able to plant about 9 million trees in a couple of states, in Katsina, in Kebbi, and Adamawa states. And that's what we've been able to do. And we're committing to doing more. We'll be planting more trees. More than 4 million trees will be planted in the next few months, few years. And what we are saying is, beyond what Oxfam is doing with the support of our partners and our donors, like the European Union, what we can do together with the rest of the citizens and the government is to go bigger in planting trees. So, we think governments need to commit to launch a national tree planting day, a specific day in a year, where everybody is planting a tree. And we have a campaign for that. It's one person for a tree. So if each one of us can just stand up and plant 4 trees, with a population of about 200 million people in Nigeria, you can see how many trees we can plant in a year. And from here to 2030, you can see how many more trees we can get planted, and how many carbon dioxide we can actually trap, and how cleaner can be our air. So that's the call that we're making today, in addition to what Oxfam is doing.
Absolutely. Country Director, Oxfam International, Tchona, many thanks for sharing your thoughts with TVC News.